Good evening, everybody. How are you doing, my sisters, my fellow lioness? I hope you're having a great Sunday evening. So I'm actually on the way to a date, but I was so inspired today. Oh my gosh, I just need to say my angels are speaking to me. God is speaking to me. I feel almost overwhelmed with the messages, the thoughts, the feelings that I have today, but I had to pull over and just on the side of the road. Had to pull over. I went to a new church today, and I still probably go to my other one, but I think I'm going to weave this one in too because it's more of a charismatic church, and there were some amazing messages that felt like they were just speaking to me today. And I shared one of the, just kind of one of the thoughts that they were talking about today is if you tolerate something, you won't change it. So what is it that you're tolerating in your life? Are you playing full out? Are you just tolerating being it and just sitting with the status quo? Are you just happy with what is and in maybe a space where you're like, it's not going to change, nothing's going to happen, I'm not seeing a shift, so nothing's going to change unless you get to the point where you're so desperate, so just fed up, disgusted, irritated, done, flat out done with something that's going on in your life. And it could be anything. It could be anything from, I don't know, having a messy house to a relationship, issues in a relationship, whether it's friendship, otherwise. It could be eating poorly, whatever that means to you. It could be, not focusing on career changes. It could be, there's so many different things. So whatever it is, in your life, are you playing full out in all areas? And if not, I encourage you to, because if you sit there and you just tolerate, you're like, yeah, I'm just, I want to change, but the change is not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. Or, you just can't see it. So I encourage you to have faith, to really have faith, press into faith, whatever your spiritual practices are, press into that. Have a knowing, a belief that whatever it is that you want, that you believe your divine, your creator has in store for you, that is going to happen. And if there are issues going on in your life, if someone's ill, if you have something that you're really praying for, don't just stop praying because you don't see it. Pray through it. Keep praying, keep praying, keep praying. Don't just stop, because sometimes our time, the things that we want, and we want it now. We are a society that just wants things now. We want just in time, just right now, just right now, just right now. And sometimes it's not the right thing. Our divine is going, no, it's not my time, not in my plan. So we need to really lean back, let go of what we think needs to happen, and press in and allow God to show us that vision, show us that plan. And we need to allow it to happen. Because there's certain dynamics that have to happen in our life sometimes for things to play out as they will. And I have absolutely seen this. So, there are some things in my life that I'm irritated with. And I have reached my breaking point on certain things. And they will shift. I have prayed, and I will continue to pray until they shift. And I'm so desperate. So desperate, I'm going to use desperate as I'm desperate in that I want to see the change. I don't want to live in certain circumstances the way that they have been for the past 7 years. So that will shift, but I'm at the point where I'm at my breaking point. So when I use the term desperate, that means I'm at my breaking point. The camel's back straw thing, whatever that saying goes, it has been broken. I'm done. So I will be making the change. So you can't just sit there and complain and bitch and moan and be pissed off. You have to want to make the change. You have to work towards making the change. You can't just sit and pray too. So praying is good. It's awesome. it's a key component, but you also have to listen and make the shift. So take those actions to do it. You can't just sit and be like, yeah, I really want this. I really want a new job, but I'm not going to apply for jobs. I'm not going to get the skill set I need. I'm not going to carve out the time I need. I'm just going to hope it happens. And if it doesn't, then it wasn't meant to be. No, absolutely not. You have to be willing. You have to be so thirsty for that change, and you have to do the steps necessary. So sometimes you may have to give up something. You may have to give up some of your extracurricular activities to carve out the time necessary to make those shifts, to take the time to do whatever it is that you need to do, to allow that to come in. You may have to have more quiet time. Maybe you're busy crazy. I know in my life I was doing everything for everybody. Even after I learned, after my marriage, I learned that that's not a good thing. It's a, some people have an addictive personality with drugs, alcohol, food. I have it with giving and giving of my time. And I have to be very, very diligent, very discerning. And I have to make sure that people have teeth in the game for me to sit and spend a lot of time. I want to make sure that I'm spending with people that are ready. So it's not that I don't care for or help those people that aren't ready, but when I'm going to sit and spend devoted time with someone, I want to make sure they're at that point where they're ready to make a shift and change, and so I can direct them and help them. So those are my thoughts. I just really encourage you to sit in prayer, to pray through what you're going through, to pray through direction, for clarity and discernment about your next steps. And really, if you're at that point, friends, sisters, my pride, take the steps necessary to make the change, whatever it is in your life. You won't regret it. I would rather fail trying than not take the risk and miss out on the opportunities. So that is where I am in my life. So I think that's it for this evening, but I just had that on my heart, had to pull over the side of the road, so I'm going to go enjoy an amazing fun time with someone, and I wish you all lots of peace, lots of joy, oodles of blessing. Love you, oodles to noodles. Peace out, my sisters.